Hello guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel. Now today I'm doing a season review. I will be talking about Luton's 2021 season in the Championship and what a season it has been for Luton. Now we're going to start off with this video, we're going to start off the video with my prediction before a ball was even kicked. And I predicted Luton to finish 16th in the Championship. That is 3 places higher than we did the year before. I thought finishing 16th in the Championship would be a good season, and Luton did better than what I thought could possibly happen. We finished 4 places above what I predicted. We finished 12th in the Championship, which is an unreal achievement considering the amount of teams which Luton finished above. You know, teams that have a budget facilities that are twice as better than us. You know, it's been a great season. Some teams below Luton should be embarrassed that a club like us with not the best facilities compared to their clubs have finished above them. It's been a fantastic season, and fair play to the owners, Nathan Jones and the management team, and also the players for achieving what we've done so far this season. So yeah, throughout the video I'm going to talk about the highs, and I'm going to also talk about the lows throughout the season. And regards to where we actually finished, we finished 12th obviously in the Championship. I was very vocal before the season started that we wanted a boring season, and let's just say, like, the season hasn't been boring. I thought being a mid-table side would be boring. It's not, you know, there's plenty of ups, there's plenty of downs, and we've had a lot of ups this season, which we will talk about in this video. But what I think majority of Luton fans wanted was to be in a situation where there's a couple of games left in the season, Luton cannot go down, and we got exactly that. We could have actually done better than what we did this year, which is unreal to say. Nathan Jones has come out in the press and said that Luton could have finished 8th, you know, if we took our chances. And I do agree with that. There's been plenty of times this season where we've played against teams where we've outplayed them, we've been miles the better team, but we're just not taking our chances, and that's what you've got to do, especially in the Championship. The higher you go as well, you get limited chances, especially a team like Luton. You know, when we play against a team like Bournemouth, you're not going to get many chances because obviously both clubs want different things, and you need to make sure that you do take those chances. We haven't done that majority of the season, but we have done it at certain points during the season. But imagine if we did it, you know, throughout the season, where could Luton have gone, you know? But it's been a great season, you know. And another interesting point I think needs to be mentioned in this video is, imagine if supporters would have been at the games. Would we have done as well as we did? I'm not too sure. You know, it's really hard to say. Could we have done better? Would we have done worse? I feel like at home we would have done, I think, maybe a little bit better. Maybe away we could have done a little bit worse. I think it would have worked itself out some way. But I feel like fans would have loved this season, especially going to games. Regards to like the cup games which we had, you know, Chelsea away, Man United at home, there would have been sellouts. It would have been brilliant to see. It would have been brilliant to see for a fan to go to these games and experience what we experienced, obviously, away from the ground this year. It would have been amazing. But we've had so many good games which are very important to mention. I've already said the Man United game. You know, we played roughly not even our strongest team against Man United, and yet they had to bring on £100 million worth of players to make sure the game was dead and buried. Against Chelsea, we played a system which I don't think suited us at the start. We paid the price for it, but then we got back into the game, and we could have even done better than what we did if we took our chances as well against Chelsea. And I think there was a record which went about at Chelsea that Luton were the last team to score there for such amount of time, which is obviously another good thing to happen. Imagine going to Chelsea Stadium, there's like nearly 8,000, 9,000 Luton fans. It would have been amazing. Regards to the league, if we look at some great games that have happened in the league, beating our rivals Watford 1-0 at home, you know, what a game that would have been as a fan to be there. Collins scoring with his first touch, that would have been absolutely crazy. Wickham away would have been brilliant as well. 3-1, good goals from Moncur and Leroy. Sheffield Wednesday at home, that would have been another good home game where, you know, from 2-0 down, you imagine Luton are 2-0 down to Sheffield Wednesday. The fans would have encouraged the players to go on and make sure they could get the 3 points. I don't even want to imagine the scenes that what would have happened if Luton scored that third goal against Wednesday in front of the fans. Like, it would have been incredible to like witness these celebrations. It would have been absolutely amazing. Bristol City away from home as well, 2-0 down away from home against Bristol City. I'm probably certain that a few fans would have left the ground at 2-0 down to Bristol City. But what an incredible second half performance, and it would have been scenes in the away end. And those are just some of the highs that we have obviously witnessed and experienced throughout the season. If we look at some of the lows that have happened this year, I think for me 3 games stand out, and there hasn't been many lows. Let's be honest, it's been an unreal season, and I don't want to talk too much about the lows in the season. Yeah, there are areas where we could have improved on, like in front of goal, but it's very we need to make sure that we speak vocally about, you know, the positives and also the negatives. But I won't dwell on the negatives too much. Worst games of the season, I would have to say obviously Watford beating Luton at the start of the season, 1-0 away from 1-0 away from home at their place. Obviously, I can't imagine the fans would have appreciated that away performance. That was a very poor one. You know, I think it would have been completely different if fans were obviously at the stadium. Forest at home, you know, Forest were down to 10 men and we weren't able to get the 3 points against them. We obviously, you know, we bottled a 1-0 home win, so a 1-0 lead. So I think that game could have also have been different if fans were in the stadium. And then the last game, which I definitely don't want to remember, is the Cardiff away game where Luton lost 4-0 as well. So those are just a few games which I think majority of fans just don't want to remember. You know, they're not ideally the highs of our season. But what a great year it's been. You know, it's been an absolutely fantastic year. I think I've mentioned that so many times on this video. You know, it's been a great year. Regards to next season, where do I think we'll finish? You know, I always wait until we've done our transfer business. I wait until like the week before the season starts because I want to know which players we bring in. You know, one player could take Luton from, you know, 12th to playoffs. And that's that's the difference between, you know, certain players you sign. You know, if Luton bring back Dewsbury Hall, you know, where could we go? Where can we, I'm struggling to speak, but you know, players can make a massive difference, is what I'm trying to say. You know, so I'm not going to give any predictions yet on where I think Luton will finish next season. But one thing for certain is next season, this transfer window that is coming up is going to be Luton's most important transfer window under the ownership of 2020. You know, we need to go to the next level. We don't want to go backwards. We don't want to finish below 12th next season. So we want to always look up and try and improve. And we need to make sure that our recruitment is right. Regards to on the pitch, I think defensively, Luton have improved massively. It's going forward now. It's where we need to start getting better. You know, start taking our chances, start scoring more goals. This season, we haven't scored as many goals as I would have liked. You know, and I think Nathan Jones has pretty much said the same thing. But fingers crossed going forward, we get a lot better. I know Nathan has mentioned throughout the season he does want to play 2 up top. So, you know, fingers crossed Luton do get better going forward. We start finding the right system that suits us best. I felt like towards the end of the season, we did find the correct balance for us defensively and going forward. But let's hope we can score more goals going forward next season. And let's hope that we can have a much better season next year as well. You know, we always want to look up. We always want to progress. So let's see if we can do that next season. But guys, that is the end of today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Drop a like if you did. Comment below how you rank the season. You know, let me know what your predictions were. Where do you think Luton were going to finish before the season started? Let me know down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Don't forget to follow me across all my social media if you haven't done already. And I'll see you guys in the next video.